Now let's try to look at some of the companies which have engaged in inbound marketing and made a difference. One company, for instance, is Sutra HR. Sutra HR is one of India's largest startup hiring platforms, and they specialize in hiring for startups across the country. Now they had multiple marketing options. They wanted to reach out to startups. They wanted to engage startups in sort of persuading them to hire through them. They could have gone through any of the traditional channels. They could have gone through television. They could have gone through print. They could have started spamming people with their services. They could have started cold calling, which is of course an extremely popular option. Start calling startups, asking them for meetings and trying to convince them. But they went for inbound marketing. Why? Because it is a more trustable source. It has a higher reach. It can reach many startups at once. It has a higher top of mind recall. Now customers which listen to you, engage with you during your inbound marketing efforts, start following you willingly. They come to you instead of you trying to pester them. And of course, it's a cheaper option to engage in. So what did Sutra HR do? For example, they started publishing some brilliant blogs. The screen that you have in front of you is top 100 startups in India to watch out for in 2013. Now, when you're a startup and you look at a blog like this, you feel interested. You feel you want to engage with Sutra and find out how they came up with this process. You want to figure in that list as well. Top entrepreneurs in India who didn't give a damn about IIT and IIM, something that every startup or every entrepreneur is interested in. He wants to find out who the top entrepreneurs are and who did not even who did not go to an IIM or did not go to an IIT. So this kind of production of great content started giving them beautiful reactions or beautiful engagement. They started seeing a lot of people coming to them, asking them about their services. And so all Sutra had to do was just explain what they do, and that made sure that they became the #1 startup hiring source in the country. Now let's just look at a few examples of what bad content really is. The example we have in front of us is for a price comparison website, and you might notice that a lot of their content is just plain uninspiring. It just does not add any value to the customer, or it is just trying to sell something, or it is completely irrelevant. Why should one want any meme which is very popular on the internet today, which does not add value to the customer? So also, product related messages, bombarding the customer with just your products, trying to sell on discounts is not the greatest strategy when it comes to content. The examples you have in front of you visually might look good, but if you look at the messages, they don't add any value to you. Now let's look at some examples where good content is there. Now good content, of course, should be something that adds value, that makes a person interested in engaging. Buy and Brag is a design company on the internet. They sell quirky design. Now just let's look at some of the content they've published. They're publishing a design pie, a design tip every day for the customer. People love it. People want to engage with it. People want to apply the kind of tips and tricks that Buy and Brag is publishing into their own life. Once they do that, they are sure to come to Buy and Brag for more and more information. So Buy and Brag is giving information which is useful to people. For design, they are publishing a list of art and workshops that a person can go to across the country. So can one give content that is interesting? Can one give content which makes people come back to you for more and more? Now, if one manages to do that, let's see how it would help them, how it would enhance their marketing efforts, reduce the kind of expense that they have to do when marketing, and really increase the kind of revenues that they can drive. Now, when you start doing this, consumers will start trusting you. And in fact, this is the most challenging bit when it comes to any brand or product. How does my consumer trust me? You have their permission. The consumer has given permission to you for you to enter their lives, for you to give information to them which they will listen to, which they will focus on, and which they will spread across their networks. They will willingly want to engage. They will willingly keep coming back, and the retention policies that you currently employ might be better served by engaging in something like this. You have successfully entered their mind space. That is, in fact, the biggest motive that one has. Next time you talk, they will listen intently. Now, where does that leave you? You have to start marketing better today. You have to start engaging in interesting, engaging, and visionary content which adds value to the customer, which makes them come back to you for more. You will not only reduce the kind of cost that you're incurring in your marketing programs today, but also you will increase your top lines. You will increase the kind of customers that come to you. You will decrease the effort that it takes to reach them. And you will increase the longevity, the amount of time that they stay with you and talk about you. I hope you enjoyed today's seminar. Please feel free to drop in any questions and answers.